Hello everybody, how you doing at home these days? I hope that you have a lot of fun playing with the Memorama board game with all your family. This video is to solve the exercises from June the 8th to June the 12th. And you have to remember also that all the doubts I am going to answer through the email lulay.1713@gmail.com. I hope that you are okay at home. I really miss you guys. It is very difficult to me not to see you every single day, but it is getting closer the time when we are going to see each other again. Remember that you have to wash your hands with frequency. Chicos, los extraño verdaderamente muchísimo. Es muy complicado no verlos todos los días, pero espero que estén lo mejor posible en sus casitas. ¿Qué tal les fue con el juego del Memorama? Espero que se hayan divertido muchísimo con toda su familia. Este video es para que resolvamos juntos las actividades que están dispuestas del 8 al 12 de junio. Recuerden que las dudas que surjan de las estructuras gramaticales que estaremos trabajando esta semana las resolveré a través del correo lulay.1713@gmail.com y que también los invito a que chequen los links que he agregado a este video para que comprendamos de mejor forma la carga gramatical que estamos a punto de aprender. Los extraño mucho, chicos, sigan cuidándose mucho en casa, hay que lavarse las manos con mucha frecuencia y el día en que nos volvamos a ver se está acercando, eso me pone muy feliz. Mientras tanto, reciban un abrazo fuerte, fuerte hasta sus casitas y saludos a sus papis. So the first activity that we have to do is the dictation. Remember that you have to write the English word. So number 1 is bridge, bridge. Number 2, cave, cave. Number 3, field, field. Number 4, hill, hill. And number 5 is swamp, swamp. To check the dictation, you have to remember that if you write the word in a correct way, then you have to make a check. But instead of that, if you write your word in an incorrect way, then you have to make a cross. So these are the answers for the dictation. Number 1, bridge. Number 2, cave. Number 3, field. Number 4, hill. And number 5, swamp. To solve activity number 2, first we have to check the grammar structure about making suggestions. It exists a lot of formulas to make a suggestion to somebody, but in this time, we are going to check the phrase, why don't we? That in Spanish means, ¿por qué no? Making a suggestion means that we want to do something with other person. And why don't we? It is just when you want to suggest a project or an activity but to a friend. Because why don't we is a related formula from present simple. We have to follow the rule that says that when we have an auxiliary like don't, then we have to write the main verb in simple form. So the formula that we have to follow to write a sentence with this formula is why don't we plus the verb in simple form plus the suggestion. And at the end of this, you have to write the question mark. Chicos, para resolver las actividades del ejercicio número 2, primero debemos revisar la fórmula de la frase why don't we, que es utilizada para realizar sugerencias de manera informal. Por lo tanto, esta fórmula será utilizada solamente cuando queremos sugerir el realizar alguna actividad con amigos. Why don't we en español significa ¿por qué no? Y como es una fórmula relacionada al presente simple, Debemos siempre seguir las reglas que nos dicen que cuando tenemos un auxiliar, como en este caso don't, el verbo principal de estas oraciones deberá ser escrito en forma simple. La fórmula que tengo que seguir para poder escribir estas sugerencias es why don't we más el verbo escrito en forma simple más la sugerencia y al final signo de interrogación. Por ejemplo, en español, ¿por qué no vamos al cine? I'm following the formula in English. This example says, why don't we go to the movies? So now we are ready to solve the exercise. To solve the exercises from activity number 2 about making suggestions, first we have to check that we have 3 options of verbs. We have paint, pintar, prepare, preparar, and buy, comprar. So, if in sentence number 1 says banana cake, then which one of these 3 options could be the answer? So, number 1 says, why don't we prepare a banana cake? ¿Por qué no preparamos un pastel de plátano? Number 2, we have decorations. So perhaps the verb that we have to use is buy. So it says, why don't you buy the decorations? That in Spanish means, ¿por qué no compramos las decoraciones? Number 3, we have invitations. So perhaps the answer for this is paint. So why don't they paint the invitations? Why don't they paint the invitations? Porque ellos no pintan las invitaciones. So these are the answers for activity number 2.